I seen Avatar Fire and Ash early, and I genuinely think that this is my favourite Avatar movie so far. It is so good in every way that you would expect it to be, and here's my non-spoiler review. If you enjoyed the first two movies, you're gonna love this. If you're a fan of Avatar, this is giving you more to love. If you want something that's completely different to the first two, it doesn't really stray away from the formula that the first two has set up. I don't think that's a bad thing, actually. I think that's a great thing. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And I do think that they actually do deliver enough new material in here to make this movie just like pop in ways that the first two never did. And one of those ways is with the introduction of the Ash clan led by Varang. Now, Varang is the villain in this movie, and she is phenomenal. Genuinely, every time she's on screen, her performance is incredible. This clan, this like tribe of Na'vi, are just so deep in their lore that I actually wish that we would have got more of that. They kind of only scratch the surface a little bit because they don't dive too deep into who they are. They give you the reasons for who they are and why they believe and what they believe in, but I would have liked to see more of them, because every time that they were on screen, I was sitting forward because I was like, what is going to happen here? Varang is nuts, and her relationship, I will say, with Quaritch, who is the villain from the first two, is exceptional to watch. And Quaritch himself, I kind of thought he was just okay in the first two. They do such a good job at making this guy just an amazing villain alongside Varang, and I think they complement each other really well. And I think Quaritch's character, played by Stephen Lang, was a real highlight for me in here. Now, obviously, the main characters are the Sully family. You've got Jake, you've got Neytiri, and you've got all their kids, and they are just as fantastic as ever. I really love Neytiri's character in particular. I find her so layered. Her emotions, Zoe Saldana is just a phenomenal actress, and the work that she does for this character is just next level. The visuals, I need to talk about this. If you can see it in IMAX 3D, go and see it in that, because it was actually my first IMAX 3D movie and it blew my mind. The visuals are just like jaw-dropping. I just have no words for them other than they deserve the Oscar next year. I also think the score is the best of the three movies. It got me just like so hyped. It got me emotional. It had me feeling every emotion that you could possibly feel, and that was down to how fantastic that score was. And look, speaking of scores, I'm going to give Avatar Fire and Ash 10 out of 10, 5 stars. This is a movie that you need to go see in the cinema. With all the talk about Netflix buying Warner Brothers and things maybe not staying in cinema long enough, this is a movie that belongs in the cinema, that shows you how important cinema is, and that shows you how beautiful these movies are on the biggest screen possible, in the biggest formats possible. This delivers on every level. Avatar Fire and Ash, one of my favorite movies of the year. Go and see it when it hits cinemas this Friday, and make sure you drop me a follow for more movie content.